Well, hello, friends and fans of Rock and Roll Love Palace. What are y'all doing? How y'all doing this Saturday night? Me? I'm home by my lonesome with some kitty cats. That's about the size of it. I'm gonna turn on another light. It looks like that's just not gonna. Excuse me, Thumper. Move, shit. Move. Do something. Get the fuck out of the way. wrote something. Sure. But would you do me a favor when you do that? I want you to film it so I can put it on my main YouTube channel. I'd be forever grateful. Wow, Kenny. So, Kenny, you take a lot of LSD apparently. Well, hey, that's cool. Man, I smoke weed, and I used to do acid. Well, thank you, West. I appreciate it. Oh, missed it. Maybe I should take the sunglasses off, no matter how stoned I am. Gee, I wonder what Joe Roby's talking about.
Like the Shroud of Turin is an excellent example.
Yeah,
that's an interesting
wild.
one. That's a weird one, man. That's a weird one. There's a lot of people that go out of their way to try to disprove it, but when you get into the dating of the cloth, so it used to be they were saying that it was only a few hundred years old, but now they're saying that the way the cloth is made, the cloth is made, it's exactly consistent with the time that Jesus was alive, and that more testing to be done to find out the exact age of it. Because the problem is, like, you don't know what piece they've studied, and you're not studying the entire thing. And also, the image of it is bizarre. Because the image of it, you really only see Jesus when it's a negative of it. And they don't know how that image was put on there. It wasn't stained, it wasn't burned on there. They don't know what caused it.
Glass sunlight. Yes.
Right.
Somebody recreated it with gamma radiation, I think. But they only thought so it would just be it would need to be an extreme source of light to do that. But the only problem is that would have the heat from light would have vaporized it realistically. Or if light didn't do it, how is there no X-ray images in the shroud apparently?
Well, you see this when you
Oh,
see the shroud
fuck.
in negative, like Jamie put up
I
an image
screwed
of it,
that
it's
up.
very strange. Like
I
it
forgot
shows
that I was
the
in
lash
OPG.
marks on his body. It shows his facial features. It shows the holes where his
Well, you
wrist
can't get it
is,
right
where
all the
he
time.
was crucified. It's very strange stuff.
So
Because like for someone to do that as a hoax and to just not believe it, just to do it in some very weird go with that. Yeah, that one
Oh.
very recursive. So that's definitely they recently
they
said
get it back and forth on that.
it's like who is the person who's dead?
That's not what I want to do.
The Catholic Church is
What's that, Jamie?
they've been just debunking it for 650 years.
Well, 650 years ago, they didn't have carbon dating, so what were they doing to debunk it back then? There's a bunch of people that want to debunk it. A document they were talking about. Where they talked about it being bullshit.
Yeah,
But the thing is, people, I'm sure, called it and called bullshit on it a long time ago.
Talking about ways that some of that stuff could have been done.
Sure,
Oh,
but
someone typed
how
something.
would someone figure out that 500, 1,000, 2,000 years
Oh,
ago
have
it
you?
is?
That could have been
Well,
300,
welcome back.
250 years ago.
Well, it's 650 years. If they've been debunking it for 650 years, you assume it's at least 650 years old. So the thing is, like, see, it's been dated between 1355 and 1382. So the text, what text? What's the text about? Each document is revealed the authenticity of the shroud, and then you read that was being called into question perhaps as early as 1355. Okay, well that means that it existed 1355.
Yeah.
Depictions by clergymen. See, it's hard. Deceptions.
Yeah.
Deceptions by clergymen. His writings, now considered the oldest written rejection of the relic, predate the previous earliest documented criticism by the Bishop of Troyes, Pierre d'Arcis,
Surely.
in 1389. So either way,
still
we know it's
have
at
it.
least 600 plus years old.
Some wires.
We know that the way that it was put on there was not stained, it was not painted. It's very strange. And if you look at it like that, they didn't even know that until they came up with photography, until they could take an image of it and make it a negative. They didn't see the face of Jesus in all the depictions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this image right here is like, you look at that, the Shroud of Turin, like, yeah, I could say, call bullshit, whatever. But then you see the negative, like, go back to those other images. So this is what it looks like when you run it through, when you use modern photography and turn it into a negative.
What the fuck happened to
That's
that?
really weird. That this wasn't, that they didn't know about this in the 1300s.
Yeah.
A new study says it's something else. So they're going to have
there it
studies
is.
forever that debunk it. And one thing that academics love to do, they love to call everybody retarded.
Yep.
Everybody's an idiot. This is all fake. This is bullshit. But whatever that is, man, when you're... Just go back to the negative ones. The one that you just had. The one that, yeah, that one, please. That's weird as fuck to me, man. So it's weird as fuck that it didn't... You couldn't see it normally, and you only see it when they make a negative of it. That is so strange. That someone would go out of their way to fake something in that way, where it only exists in a negative.
They don't even know how it happened.
Right, exactly. They don't know how to. I mean, they're saying they could reproduce it today, but I don't think anybody has. And also, how are you going to reproduce it to such an extent with so much detail that matches the biblical depiction of the crucifixion?
Well, what the
Including
fuck?
the holes in the wrist, the lash
I
marks.
swear
on
to
the back,
God, I'm just not having a good
the
night.
wound in his side. It's all really weird. At the very least, it's fascinating. The very least, it's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really interesting stuff.
Dark
To me, that
nigger from
seeing that, I really don't even care how old people think it is, or like figure out how they did that first. To me, it's like if this is
Yeah, how'd they do that 600 fucking years ago, or 2,000 years ago, or whatever age it actually is.
I seen one article last year where they found dirt particles that matched, that they trace back to Jerusalem. So
Yeah.
it's like I said, they've been debunking it and saying it's authentic and debunking it. It seems like for the last 5 or 10 years now.
Oh, it's very weird stuff.
Which is where are we at right now with it?
That one church in Ethiopia that's supposed to have the Ark of the Covenant there.
Yeah.
And all the people that guard it, they all get cataracts and they wind up dying of radiation.
I don't know about that because the Ark of the Covenant was when God the Father's presence was here on earth, not through Jesus. The idea was down here, and that's what he resided in. And he had to do all these things to be in his presence, or you would literally just die because, he's holy. To me, it's like brightness and darkness. It's just the same thing, so you whatever. But without God the Father's presence isn't there anymore, so I don't understand why it's really messing people up.
The problem with all ancient religious texts, let's assume there was real events. The problem is a lot of these things were told for 100, 500, 1,000 years before they ever existed. And then they write it down, they write it down in Aramaic, they write it down in Hebrew, and then they have to translate it. They translate it to Greek, Latin, eventually English. You're missing a lot along the way. When I read these things, when I read the Bible, or I read the Book of Enoch, or these ancient texts, I'm always trying to say, okay, what were they trying to document? Like, what was the original event? Like, what actually happened? And the problem is people are really bad at telling the truth. Like, human beings, when they see something fantastic, they always add their own little flavor to it. People add their own little thing to it. If they are of a certain belief, they're going to attach that belief to whatever this thing was. So it's no question that these people held whatever that was in such high regard, and it meant so much to them that they, like the book of Isaiah, where it's verbatim, that they wrote it verbatim for 1,000 years. Back when they started out, they were writing things down on animal skins. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things about the Dead Sea Scrolls that's so fascinating is they had to do genetic testing. So they're writing these things down on these animal skins, and they had to make sure that the skin of this one is the same cow as the skin of this one. So if they do like genetic testing to make sure it's the same cow skin, So, okay, we got all this skin from this cow, and it's in this group of text, so start decoding it.
That's an interesting way of doing it. That's wild.
Yeah, it's
I would
wild.
have never thought of
Yeah,
that.
like Wes Huff said, how they used to write things, like they'd leave stuff out back then because it wasn't required back then. They would just write down the basics. I watched that Wes Huff thing. That was very interesting.
He's fascinating.
He's
Yeah.
brilliant, man.
Yeah.
I watched a bunch of stuff on him.
Very brilliant. But again, what were they trying to document?
Yeah.
There's clearly something was going on back then. Something happened.
Did you ever read that story? It was somewhere in the Bible. I can't remember where. It's in the Old Testament. Somebody stole the ark. Well, some tribe stole the ark, and like the next day, the next morning, like everybody was dead from stealing the ark, and they pretty much said, "Hey, come get this thing and take it back."
Well, that's what people believe is in this church in Ethiopia. Because there's these Ethiopian Jews who also, their Bible is the book of Enoch. Some things are out of reach. I can send in the seals. You know, fuck
Yeah, SEAL team
find out
says
what the fuck is in there, bro. Put these guys in hazmat suits and let's
If
get to
the
the
U.S.
bottom
knows
of
you
this.
got it, it's going to be ours.
Well, yeah, you would imagine.
We're going to take it.
I would
They
see
might not know at all.
what would happen with remote viewers. At least from recognizing how you quantify it, how you measure it. There's no denying that evil takes place.
Now I forgot where I was
So we know
at.
both
God
those things
damn
are
it.
real things. We just
This
don't know what's
analogy
the root
kicks
of them
in.
all. And is
Oh,
are they
yeah,
really
okay.
angels and demons?
Stop having sex.
No,
So
they-
Adam, then was just sleeping, with Lilith, and they spawned innumerable demons as a result of their relationship. Yeah, and after a while, Adam and Eve, reconciled, and they got the things together again. But Lilith, plays a role in the understanding of evil in the world. Like it's the result of the spawn of Lilith.
What do you think Lilith was originally?
Who was
If it was a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's called in Midrash. The explication of the rabbis. So this was called extra
Yeah, I found out about Lilith like 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never even heard about it. Do you remember when we found out about Lilith? Somebody brought it up on the show, right?
Yeah, who brought it up on Monday?
I don't remember Lilith. What? Who's Lilith?
Was it Jordan Peterson?
It could have been.
Yeah,
Very
because
possible.
he's a keen student of
Yeah,
the Bible.
very possible. I do not remember though. But I remember thinking like, wow. Like, and then the original story. Like, so when you're talking about translations of the Adam and Eve story that we're accustomed to, it's all a watered down sort of or a strange translated version of the ancient Hebrew. But you've read the actual ancient Hebrew version of it. Like, what did you get out of it? Like, what did you?
Well, most of the translations of the Hebrew Bible are like the King James this
Who's
world.
all up in
It's
here?
true. It's overwhelming.
Oh, hello,
It's
Pepsi.
got its own.
How you doing? I hope well.
Its own system. Things are things are regular. Like certain things happen, certain interactions take place. Yeah, and you're there. You're convinced it's real. You interact with it to the best of your ability. There's something narratives. It's not. Have been told so many
I've
times.
been playing
That's the
as
problem.
much as I normally do
And,
with my hands.
They
Stiff.
seem, Well,
It
if
hurts.
you
Seems like they're blaming everything on Eve too, which is like a little suspect. I like to
No.
hear her side of it.
you were the one who got punished without even having a chance to explain himself was the snake. And yes, God asks Adam what happened. And what happened? Like just
That's not what I was trying to
back
do.
then, snakes could talk.
Hey, do y'all care if I hook up my
Real
electric?
snakes talk.
If there's anybody in here?
How so?
Yeah, there's one
They were the
person,
wisest
couple
of all
people in
the
here.
animals in
I don't
the
know.
animal. So,
I'll hook up my
they
electric in a
can
little
speak.
bit. Let me get a little more
You
warmed
speak of
up.
These things, you're like talking about these Let me ask you this.
So if you treat those stories as if they were real, you're opening yourself up to this universe. Adam and Eve were Cain killed
Not what I
Abel,
wanna
and
do.
Cain had children, and his children begot the 70 nations, and
I'm a little out of tune.
Some sort of moment in human history that they're trying to recollect
Something like that.
and pass down.
Something like that.
Level, which you would think is a universal
Pepsi, you still in here?
of sorts.
Or is that someone not speaking? Someone
How
shy?
much have you ever paid attention, if at all, to that Sumerian stuff, like the Anunnaki and some story is told by Zechariah Sitchin. So Zechariah Sitchin, who wrote The 12th Planet, and he wrote several other books. He was a biblical scholar and a linguist, and he spent a lot of time studying the ancient Sumerian text, the cuneiform. And what he believes is that it tells a story of an ancient relationship between a race.
It really wasn't out of tune that bad. I'm just tuning to a different tuning.
And it comes near Earth every 3,600 years.
This bee's kind
They
of
had
fried.
engineered
I thought it sounded a little funny.
out of lower primates.
Of course,
They
D
had,
needs-
like,
E needs to come up to
accelerated our
E.
evolution. And that all of what we know about the cosmos, all of what we know about, like they have these detailed, I don't see the ancient tablets that have a detailed map of the solar system.
Okay.
And the way they translate it's one of the great science fiction versions of the origin story. It's the most fun one.
Sex with the daughters of man, and from them came a race.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that story is interpreted or perceived
Well, thank
through
you.
the lens of the Hebrew Bible too.
Really?
Yeah.
Adam? Is that how you
Well,
pronounce your name?
That is a story in the text. Before the flood, is
what was I
the
doing here?
Elohim,
That happens. It's not just me. It happens to everybody that plays music. They forget what the fuck they're
the
doing.
daughters of man.
It just
And,
disappears. Just floats off.
And out of well, they all got swept away in the flood.
Well, it'll come back to me, I guess.
All the devices we use. It also cuts the CO2 emission and it minimizes the water usage compared with conventional cooling solutions. It's about innovation.
These days, I think everybody's heard of the Denisovans as well.
A lot of people have it.
Well, I guess a lot of people haven't. But first of all, let's take the Neanderthals.
Okay.
For a long time, it was held that the Neanderthals were stupid, primitive subhumans, shambling, lacking symbolism. Turns out that that's not true at all. The
How long have I been on
scientific
this?
evidence on the Neanderthals
40
is that
minutes.
they were symbolic creatures, that they did do art, that they were in every sense human, and they were in every sense human because you can't even look at other species. And that's
Nope.
why
Let me
they
try a
find a
different chord.
single come from it.
back.
did so through the internet.
Oh,
Was a local guy
golden
who
years
served
my
in
ass.
Oregon,
The older I get, the
who
more I
had a
hurt,
tool
and it
business,
sucks.
in
Horseshit.
Siberia, in the city of Novosibirsk. I got in touch with him.
Makes me
He
want to start
found a
getting
translator
drunk.
who would translate my emails, and I said, we want to make this journey to Denisova Cave, and can you set this up for us and get all the permissions? And he did, and so we flew into Novosibirsk. Sergei and his translator, who turned out to be a Russian student who spoke English, joined us, and we did this amazing journey across Siberia. Oh, it took us 3 days to get to Denisova Cave, 3 days. 3 days of driving every day. Some stopping off along the way. Incredible hospitality of the Russians that we were amongst. Very independent people who are living out there in the wilderness and who actually do know how to survive. It's the first time I've ever drunk milk fresh from the cow. I literally milked right out of the cow and poured down my throat. It was delicious. And the cream, I mean, thick cream. So there's a lot of things about Russia that surprised me. Denisova Cave is a fascinating, beautiful place to visit. It's another example of a missing chapter in the human story that is unique because the Americans now directly watching us. There were multiple other human species who were cool enough to interbreed with us and leave DNA.
And this Denisovan species was only discovered in, like, was it 2000
Well,
something?
Very recently, the 2000s.
Shit.
It's a very recent discovery, and
Did
it's
they
a
leave behind art?
Hmm?
Did they leave behind art?
Better than that, they left behind certain physical objects which are extremely hard.
Hell,
to
you know
explain.
what? I think I
One
might
of
just
them
leave this
is
on all
the
fucking night.
greenstone bracelet. And
Someone
that
type
bracelet is
something.
in the form of a torque, which was therefore slipped on sideways onto the hand. It's not a full ring.
I don't know. What kind of
and
music do y'all play?
A hole
Heavy,
has been drilled
metal,
through the bracelet.
country?
And from that hole, it's
polka?
impossible to reconstruct that a pendant was hung. Then
Let me
the
bring this a little
archaeologists-
closer
there it
for
is. Then the
my
archaeologists started to
blind
take a look
ass.
in detail at the drill marks on that hole. What they
Um,
discovered was a huge anomaly. That was drilled with a stable.
would be a good
fixed
name for a metal
drill, and
band.
it was drilled at extremely high
Black
speed.
Death.
This
Like
is
the plague.
thought to be 40 or 50
Is it a death metal band? That'd be a great name for a death metal band. Black Plague or Black Death.
Drill, and yet there it is, and there it appears.
Or,
there are, also incredible.
you can have the singer change his name to Reenie, call yourselves Weenie and the Hot Dog Buns. No, I'm just playing.
The suggestion has been, were they making skin boats, for example, to use to navigate? That would explain.
How long y'all been together, y'all's band?
Which is where the largest amount of Denisovan DNA survives today. There's one of those needles. So strangely out of place technology amongst the Denisovans, which is 20, 30,000 years earlier. That kind of to find out what archaeologists call Neolithic. But to find it in the Paleolithic is very puzzling, and very well it suggests that the Denisovans were certainly not shambling subhumans, that they were refined creatures.
Can you find out what year they discovered the Denisovans, Jamie? Can you Google that real quick?
You know, I haven't
wanna say
played
it's
in a
the
band
2000s,
and
But, I mean, imagine that human beings have been around for this long. Well, here we are in 2019, and within the last decade or so, they figured
I hadn't
this out.
played in a band as a
We're
member
discovering new stuff about ourselves. We're discovering that
since
our
the late
story is
80s.
much richer, much
Something
more
like that.
textured, much more
I got
layered
tired of the
than we
bullshit,
thought it
man.
was. It's not a simple.
Well, I got tired of the bullshit, and
complicated story.
honestly,
We
I don't
ourselves
feel like I'm that good enough for
are
guitar
a
player.
hybrid species.
Even
We are-
back
we are
then,
the result of
before the
interactions
accident,
with all kinds of different looking human beings, and the end result
never
is
done
ourselves. So
anything.
it's not just that we
I just
carry
like to play.
Neanderthal
I mean,
or
that's what it's
Denisovan
about for
DNA.
me.
In a sense, we are Neanderthals and Denisovans, and they are part of the anatomically modern human heritage. So you make a good point. The fact that this is only being discovered now and that it's incredibly important, I mean, it completely rewrites the story of our ancestry. The notion.
This was 1970.
Mainly because I had a pick in my mouth distracting the fuck out of me. That'd be a cool little intro into something. You hired goon you? How are you doing this evening? I hope well. On a Saturday night. It's almost 11 here. I'm going to do two more. That was a shortened version of the song "Missing You." That was written about Debbie, who died about almost 11 years ago now. And June next month will be 11 years. Well, I guess everybody's split, and I shall do the same. Thank you all that came by. Thank you all that left kind words. Thank you all for just being here. But I'm shutting it down, and I guess I'll do another couple of lives tomorrow, if not just to let it run all day long. Watch me sit around. Anyway, thank you for stopping by.